This man was bound by a group of ceramic people, ready to be roasted alive. Clearly, Jamie was good at golf. The ceramic people were struck one by one, but those that were broken immediately revived, gathering again to prepare for battle. The group quickly retreated. They made it to the basement, where the ceramic people stepped into the traps that had been set in advance. This small dwarf team was once again on the verge of collapse, but in the chaos, they managed to escape. Meanwhile, the puppets had begun to wreak havoc, carelessly tossing a book, which instantly summoned a patch of carnivorous flowers. A nearly 100-meter-tall communication tower collapsed in an instant. Two police officers were still chatting, but the next second, two alien creatures burst in. The two officers were instantly frozen in place. At this point, the entire city was in ruins. All the monsters had been released. To stop the disaster from spreading further, the only way was to write a new story, sending all the monsters back into the world of the novel. But it wasn't as simple as just writing. He needed a special typewriter, which was kept in the school's museum, so they immediately drove there. Though the journey wasn't smooth, a giant praying mantis was behind them, claws flailing. In desperation, they had to dive into a graveyard, only to be chased by a group of zombies. They barely escaped unscathed, and finally found the typewriter at the school. Tom began writing the new story. Just as the novel was about to finish, the puppet appeared again, injuring Tom's hand, rendering him unable to continue writing. By this time, the monsters had fully invaded the school, so Tom drove off to distract them. On the way, the giant praying mantis overturned the school bus, and other monsters surrounded them. What they didn't realize was, this was a distraction. Tom was already in another car. They took refuge in an abandoned amusement park, and the ending of the novel was left for Jamie to finish. At that moment, the monsters that had revived were closing in on Jamie. In a life or death situation, Jamie quickly finished the story. He opened the pages of the book, and the gateway to the novel world opened once again, sucking all the monsters back into the book.